Labyrinth of the Demon King. I think I covered the demo for this. Let's see what I thought. Imagine if you took a king's field, crossed it with Silent Hill, smeared shit and grease all over it, and then set it in feudal Japan. Well, that was a bit harsh. I forgot to mention, the game's also a lot of fun. Labyrinth of the Demon King's a pretty short experience, about 4 hours if you dawdle. The combat system in the game is a little janky and it's turning some people off, so I'm going to show you how to cheese all of the major bosses in the game and sidestep the combat system altogether. First boss is in Tower 1 and we need to collect some things before we go and see her. First of all, you'll collect the bow from the ground floor after you melt the mass with the salt. The arrows are on the top floor when you come in from the balcony. Make sure you have 10 arrows. You can buy extras from the shopkeeper if you need. Our first boss is the yokai in the top of the first tower. I believe her name is pronounced Ubume, but I'm probably butchering that. Anyway, so whip out the bow and just run away from her and shoot her with the bow until you're completely out of arrows. You can dodge backwards if she gets a little too close, or you can just turn around and sprint. 10 arrows might not be enough to seal the deal, so if you run out, just sprint back to the staircase at the entrance to the room and fight her on the staircase. Doesn't matter what melee weapon you have, because she can't hit you. Just make sure you're slowly backpedaling on the staircase and then moving closer so she swings. If you get to the bottom of the stairs, she's going to start smacking you. I recommend using a one-handed weapon here just in case you do end up at the bottom of the stairs, because when you block and counterattack, you're just going to push her around and she's going to slap you up. You won't be able to run past her, her hitbox is too large. Quick tip, there's a good weapon in this first tower you might want to grab before you move to the next. After you move past this room with the silly skull guy and bash this guy's head in, you can push this statue off the second floor. Make your way back to the first floor in the dining hall and jump down this hole. Down here is the simple Naginata, and I think it's the best weapon in the game personally. Super long reach, keeps everything at range. For the next boss, you want to make your way to the tea house and purchase the Tanegashima off the cat. This is a flintlock rifle and the most powerful weapon in the game, so grab that and then go see the big jiggle boy. The Nuppeppo is annoying to say the least, but he's pretty easy, so just shoot him with your flintlock rifle as much as you can and make sure not to get stuck in a corner. He's in a really small arena, so you have to stay mobile. Once you run out of bullets, start using your bow. If you run out of your bow, stab him once or twice. Next up is the Tsuchigumo, the earth spider. This guy is really funny and the strategy is really easy. So here's what you do. You run to his left and slap him. And that's all you do. You run to his left-hand side and you swing. Even if you get exhausted, just keep swinging. He will never hit you if you just keep sprinting to the left. I've heard a couple of people have trouble with this guy, and I'm sure his moveset is difficult to deal with, but not when you do this. Next up is the jailer. He's really annoying to get to spawn, that's for sure. But look, once he's in the arena, he's probably one of the easiest. You just shoot him. He barely moves. He summons one skeleton, and you just have to run away and shoot him. Honestly, I'm not even sure what this guy is capable of because I only ever just shot him from range. Maybe he does something really impressive, but I don't know. By the way, the skeleton hangs around after the cutscene, so don't be surprised if he slaps you when you come out of it. We're up to our last boss, the tantalizing Demon King. Now this is probably the hardest boss in the game with one of the easiest strategies. It's really, really tough to pull off. See, what you do is you run past him and you walk into the corner. So he can't really hit you, and he can't shoot magic at you when you stand here, and with the Naginata, you can hit him from really far away, so there you go, GG. He managed to spawn one of the floating head guys in the floor here for a second, but I just smacked it and it blew up in his face, so that's pretty funny. So there you go, easy wins on all the bosses in Labyrinth of the Demon King. I really enjoyed this game. I think it's great. The PS1 aesthetic, I want to see more of it. And I hope this guy makes a few more games in the future. I'd love to play. Alright, see ya. Okay, as a treat, I'm going to show you my speed run to break the game. So this is done on new game. You just jump straight in. It doesn't take too long to learn, but there's some complicated sections to it, so just follow along. Speed through the tutorial. We don't care about any of this stuff. Just jump straight to the door and start the game. Okay, so I'm going to be employing some movement tech. What I'm doing is jumping up and down because I got bored and I don't want to walk, and jumping makes a funny noise. So what you want to do here is run straight but slightly to the left until you see this rock. Climb up the rock and look for this break in geometry, and then just spam crouch and jump until you get underneath it. Oh, there we go. That was pretty quick. All right, we're going for the world record. So now you're behind the map and the whole game is pretty much de-rendered, and you jump off and you fall into eternity and you soft lock the game and it breaks.
Cheese man, cheese man.
Who keeps saying cheese man?
Cheese